next I have this little Swarovski ladybug. I picked this up a little while ago at a pop-up sale. So I am going to put some peanuts in the bottom of this box, just lightly. I mean, obviously it's in a box. What I am going to do though is I'm going to put a little styrofoam peanut right on the top though, just because I don't want it to open up. So, you know, and I don't want it to really move around. So I'm just going to put that right in the middle there. Put some more peanuts right on top. That should be just fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and tape this up. And the peanut on the inside, just that'll hold it in place. It's not going to go anywhere. So I have a little 8x6x4 box. I am going to put a fragile sticker on that as well. In fact, I might just put 2. And this box is going to weigh 5 ounces. All right, I believe this is the last of the Frosty Friends ornaments. If you guys remember, I bought a huge tub of those at a garage sale. I think it was maybe during the summer. So I think that's the very last one. And this will also just go in an 8x6x4 box. And I'll get that taped up. I will put a fragile sticker on it. And this little box is going to weigh 8 ounces. So yes, the very large Port Marion bowl did sell. I am going to try to put this in a 12x12x12 box. I might change my mind after I have it all wrapped up, but we'll see. We'll see if it fits well in that box. The 12x12 is actually a really nice size box for this, but more so, because it's going such a long way, I really want to make sure that it works well. Obviously, because of the style of bubble wrap, I'm going to have to go over this twice, but that's okay because the box is plenty big enough, you know, in height to manage this. And that's what I want to do, is I want to make sure that if it's dropped, that none of the sides are touching, and it should be just fine. So that should take care of all of that. Perfect. I'm going to wrap this up right here. Get a piece on the side. They shouldn't have any problem getting this one open. Yeah, I think that's going to look pretty good. So I might reinforce this with cardboard on the side, just because of, you know, it going so far. Whoops. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. So as you can tell, I have plenty of room. I always keep extra pieces of cardboard down here to cut up and put in boxes and stuff like that. So that's like a normal thing. And this actually works really good. So sometimes I get boxes that are like nice boxes, but you know, maybe they had some damage on it. So I will keep the sides of these, and I will just literally cut these off. Sometimes I have to cut a little bit more, but that's okay, because once I've scored them, they're pretty good. Let me get it one more time there. Perfect. So I'm going to put one piece right there. Actually, this one might be a little bit, no, it'll be fine. I'll put it just like that. So that piece went on that side. And then I'll finish cutting this other piece right here. That one came right off. Perfect. And I will put that piece right over on this side. Perfect. And then I'll try to get 2 more, and I'll have to cut these a little bit shorter, I think, just because of the length. So let's go ahead and take these pieces right here, because this might just actually be plenty big enough for it. So I'm going to put one piece right here. That works. Oops. And I did drop a piece. Let me grab you the other piece there. Okay, perfect. And then that piece will go right there. And that's how I'm going to do it. I mean, honestly, it's packed in there. It's tight. It has room. I'm going to take the rest of my peanuts, and put that in there. And I probably, honestly, will put that box right there on top. You know what? I'm going to put a little more peanuts on there. And then I'm going to put the rest of that box right on top. So let's go ahead and get this over. Now, I know this box is probably going to cost me $17, $18, $19. I kind of know that because it's going to California. But it's okay because I did make some profit on this piece. I picked this up at the Goodwill and it wasn't too bad. So as you can tell, it's packed really nicely. I do spend a lot of time making sure my packages are in good shape. And at this point, if it gets broken, that is strictly on the post office. So unless it goes UPS, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to go yet. Depends on the price and the weight. So we'll have to see. But if I can keep this box under 20 bucks, then I think I did okay. All right. Obviously, fragile stickers. And I do have a lot of glass going out today. So this will probably be a common occurrence for me. This is a 12 by 12 by 12 and it weighs 6 pounds, 2 ounces. All right, I did just pick up these Xbox these are actually wireless headset. I just picked it up over the weekend at a yard sale that showed up in town. All I'm going to do for this, because they are packed in there, well, it's in a nice box with a liner in it. So I am literally just going to stuff some peanuts down in the side. This is just a quick little pickup. I'm going to go ahead and tape this box up. I will put a fragile sticker on it since it is breakable, but not breakable in the sense that it's glass, but just, because it is an electronic piece. I will go ahead and I will put a fragile sticker on it. I don't know how much that matters to the post office, but I keep doing it. So we'll just go ahead and keep on with our logic here. 10 by 10 by 5, and that box weighs 2 pounds. All right, next item is this really pretty Greenbrier. This is a Radco Greenbrier Santa. So I am going to get him wrapped up in the bubble wrap. These Radco ornaments, they are very fragile, but I literally I've shipped hundreds of Radco ornaments at this point. So we're just going to put one in here. I did pull an 8 by 8 by box because he is a bigger Santa. Sometimes the Radco ornaments are real small, but he's not. He's a good size Santa. So we're going to go ahead and get him in the box. I'll probably put him in sideways because I think he fits the best that way. And then I'm just going to surround him with the packing peanuts like that. And I'll tuck him in a little bit too, just to get them in a little bit extra, because I don't want to push down too hard, but I want to make sure that the box is nice and full. So that's all. That's all I'm going to do with that one. And then I will get fragile stickers for him. It was a busy weekend in the eBay store, so I do have quite a bit of packing to go. So 8 by 8 by 8, and he is 12 ounces. All right, next we have this Mosser amethyst pitcher. This is the one we just recently picked up at the Goodwill. So I am going to put some paper on the inside of that just to kind of strengthen it a little. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this guy wrapped up. He might take 2 runs of bubble wrap just because of the shape of it a little bit. I did already put a 10 by 10. Actually, no, maybe one way on the bubble wrap will work. But I've got plenty of bubble wrap on this piece. So we'll just go ahead and cut. Yeah, I think one round. I didn't have to go the other way because no, it's got plenty of coverage on both sides. I may put extra cardboard on this, just depending on how close it is to the edge. But as you can tell, I can wrap up the handle real good right there. So I'm not too worried about that. And then just get the bottom of that pushed in. And then I'll make sure and get the spout nice and wrapped up there. This one may or may not go in at an angle. I will have to figure that out. I've already got peanuts in my 10 by 10 by box. I think I don't know which way, you know what? I like it. Okay, so this is an example. I like it better standing up than I did on the side, because if I put it on at an angle, it has plenty of room around the corners, which is what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump the peanuts in and then tuck them all around in the corners, which is easy to do. And he's going to need just like a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and put our peanut things down there. That'll work just fine. He's got plenty of peanuts in there. It's not touching on any of the sides. I've got packing peanuts in all of it. So this actually was I wasn't sure what size box this was going to fit in, but it's in a 10 by 10 by 10, which is actually smaller than I expected. So that's good. You may remember this from the Goodwill also. So both of my Goodwill pieces I picked up on the same day are both being shipped out on the same day. So 10 by 10 by 10, and it's 4 pounds and 9 ounces. All right, now I have this. This is a Mara Mexico plate. I have sold a lot of the Mara Mexico, sorry, it's got a little smudge on it, Mexico mugs in the past. But this is actually a wall plate. I think you can use it as a serving piece also. Really pretty colors. So we'll just go ahead and get this wrapped up, and it's gonna have to do a second run of bubble wrap going the opposite direction. So we'll just go ahead and do it in the other direction. It is kind of an awkward shape, so it will not fit in one of my 12 by 12 by 8 boxes. So I think I'm gonna end up having to use a little bit different box. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm gonna have to, I wanted to get the bubble wrap on and see how it was gonna fit. I did pull a 12 by 12 by 12, and we'll have to see. What I think is gonna happen, and I do have peanuts in there already, is I think it's gonna go in sideways. And I just have to figure out what ways is the best. Okay, so it's not bad. It does not need to sit. I don't like pushing it in this way flat, because then the sides are all, going to be touching in this and that. But if I do it like this, nothing is going to touch. The sides have plenty of room. The bottom has peanuts, and it's just going to get wedged in there. I would rather do that than have someone push on the side of the box and break it. So sorry, I ran out of peanuts. I'm going to have to get some more out of the hopper. All right, perfect. And for the person that actually asked me about the hopper, I put the link in there, but also just so you get an idea, that is the hopper up there. It has a remote control that lowers and raises it. And I'm sure that has to do with Carl's pulley system that he has rigged up there. So I do have a remote for that, that will help me, raise and lower it. So that is what that looks like. And yes, I use it a lot. I go through a lot of peanuts, and that gets used quite a bit. All right, so my Mara Mexico is in here all nice and safe, ready to go off to its new home. Of course, it will get some fragile stickers on it. All right, perfect. I will get some stickers on. Good, 12 by 12 by 12, and it ended up weighing 4 pounds, 7 ounces.